Hi, everyone. My name is Adam, and I'm here with an activity today called Save the Soup. Emily, if you could put the link to the Google Drive file up there in the chat. So then folks who are at home or seeing this later, you're welcome to follow along. In there, you'll see two materials that we'll be using today. One is a PowerPoint that you can follow along with, and another one is a helpful notepad with some key information we'll be talking about. Now, you can just grab a notepad, a pencil, anything you have around you. You can take notes on that. But to get this activity underway, you will need a few things. The most important thing is a can of soup that you have to save. Next is a thing of water right here. So I got a bucket, it's clear, I can see in it, so I can tell if my can of soup is touching the ground. That is very important. And then also maybe some little knickknacks. I got some tape, little alligator clips right here, I think, clothespins. That might be useful. Also have some foam, some cups. So anything that you think could float or you could build to make a personal flotation device, a PFD, like a life jacket for this can of soup. That is the challenge today. So make sure that you have your supplies, what you need. You can hit pause on this recording and just wait a second and make sure you got things together. Things that I have are string, tape, piece of foam here. I got some gloves. We'll see what I'm gonna do with those. Thing of scissors. Ooh, got some scratch paper. Oh, and I got sticky notes. So that's what I have for me. That's what I'm gonna use. Go get your supplies and then come back here. All right, I hope you have everything you need to get going on this activity. And so let's start thinking about things. I'm gonna give you a little bit background of the project. Definitely hope you're soup and water. And for who this is. So this is with Save the Soup is the idea, is the packet here. And down there, you'll see some of our project partners. This lesson was developed by Tri Engineering. We're here at Oregon State University. And then down here, this is the Regional Class Research Vessel Project. Now, who these folks are? They are making ocean research vessels. So naval architecture, naval engineering. They are sponsored by NSF. And here is our super awesome ship logo. RV Tawny means offshore. So this is important. This is our funders. And so this is who is kind of helping us do this activity. And then later on in this activity, if you really like it, go online, perhaps on social media, let them know that you saved the soup. Be sure to take a picture of just your can of soup floating, you know, kind of like how I am right now holding this. And then, you know, we'll be able to reshare that. You could also email it to us at precollege@oregonstate.edu. That is another way to get a hold of us. But definitely, yeah, let us know if you did this activity. Let us know if you like it. All right, so let's get going. Now, getting into the can of soup. So there are actually a few different kinds of personal flotation devices. So if you've been on the beach, if you've been in the river, you know, certainly not anytime soon, but maybe this spring or summer, you're rafting, you will probably wear a life jacket. It will help you float. They used to be made of little pieces of wood, kind of like this, except like corks, wine corks, and people would wear them. And then later on, synthetic materials and foams were kind of experimented with, and then wood also. And then right now we got a lot of ones with foam and different kind of materials inside, but they're kind of geared towards certain activities. So there's like the offshore. So when you're there, you're on the beach doing light boating, then all the way out to deep sea, open water life jackets, and then also specialty life jackets too for certain, for example, if you're jumping out an airplane for the Coast Guard, that would have a specialty life jacket. So those are just some cool ocean engineering things that have come out. So for our PFD that we're gonna make here for our can of soup, there's some requirements for this. Just like with any personal flotation device, if you're out on a boat or a vessel or somewhere where you're required to wear them, it has to be accessible within, you know, roughly like 20 seconds. You want it quick, you want it right away, and you have to be able to put it on. It all has to be one piece. So our rule is this has to be able to be put on in 20 seconds. And then this will float with one piece at least out of the water and one at least touching the water. And to help us out, at least with mine, I'm going to label it. I am going to label the face that I have here, give some eyes and a big old smile. So that's what I have here for my kind of soup. It is right here. It is ready to go. I might need to figure out where I'm gonna put that. Maybe I'll hold it on with something. All right. So again, here are our rules that we're working with. I'll put these up here for you. So 20 seconds, and then we're hoping for about a 60-second float. All right, to help us get started on this activity though, if you look through some of the other links, activities here, we use something called human-centered design, and that's what I'm gonna help you to think about what can be a personal flotation device. So the first step right here is inspiration. So take a moment, grab a piece of paper and think about what are you gonna create or improve? So have you worn a life jacket? What's your idea of a life jacket? What should it look like for this can of soup? Or maybe, have you ever maybe been out on a boat or out on water and had to make something float or something else float? So is there something that you've done kind of like this before? Or maybe you spent a lot of time building and making things. And so you're like, okay, I built other stuff. So I can think about the other stuff that I used and how to build that. So take a minute and think, take some think time and then write down what you are going to do. So I'm going to write down some things that I have. So how am I going to want? So I think it needs to get some buoyancy. Buoyancy means ability to float. So I'm thinking I need to make sure that things can be buoyant because this kind of weighs a lot. So I'm thinking about weight. I think that at least, bigger you are, bigger the can of soup, you might need something to help you float more. So I'm thinking this can of soup, ooh, maybe on the bottom. So I'm thinking about maybe where to put the floaty part, the buoyancy part. So that's my initial idea. I hope I can come back to that. And then next, empathize. So we are making a life jacket. Life jackets are important to people. They're important to them staying afloat, but also in empathize. So who is our user here? So what are some ways that we can make this test a little more representative of a person? So I am going to, again, get my face on them and see how they're doing. They're gonna get saved today, I hope, or not, and we'll see what happens. So I'm gonna put that on, it's a person. Oh, maybe I can use these as hands later, we'll see. Oh, so that's what I have. That is my user, this is who I'm designing for. My design would look different if I was trying to get something else to float, maybe a can of pop or I don't know, maybe something else like a big rock, something else that's heavy. All right, so now moving on from the empathize stage, thinking about our user and what they need to help us. We need to help them. All right, define. So again, just a quick reminder, what is the problem that we're trying to solve? Life jacket, 20 seconds, 60 seconds to float. That is our problem. Our problem, since the design engineering challenge, is pretty straightforward. That's what we're gonna do. All right, next one. Ideate. Okay, ideate. So I have an idea of a life jacket. I'm kind of thinking of something like this that we'll put on and kind of have these rubber bands maybe go around it to see if I can put it all on. I did say it have to be one piece, so maybe I have to attach this somewhere. So that's what I'm thinking of right now. That is my idea. If you have an idea, put it down, put it off to the side. And then what we're gonna try to do is try to put that away. We're just gonna have that idea. I wrote it down, my buoyancy, my weight idea. I'm gonna cover that up and I'm gonna try to think of things differently. And to help me in this ideate stage of thinking about things and getting them moving, I'm going to do this favorite activity that I have. So I'll sometimes make a doodle or pull a deck of cards and it's called brain spin. And so if you can in chat, I'm gonna count down from 10. So you can start typing it, start writing in a piece of paper, but don't hit that enter button, don't hit send just yet, but think about it. What are all the things this X could be? All right, I'm gonna put this right here so you can see it. I'm gonna take some notes. I am. So if you have yours, I'm gonna count down from 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right. What are your ideas in the chat? I see railroad, yeah. Slice of pizza, maybe some pizza slices. I'll put this back up here. What else could it be? Target? Ooh, helicopter blades. Yeah. Anything else? X from that Marvel show. Yep, that works. That works too. All right, those are all really good ideas. And what's helpful about this is usually our creativity, it'll come in bursts. So we'll think of like 5 really good answers, 5 examples of what this could be. And then we'll kind of be like, oh, and then a bunch more, and then, oh. So what that helps us to do is in this stage of ideate, it helps to remind us that, you know, sometimes brainstorming, design, and then come back to brainstorming. Just like with this activity, it's brainstorming and thinking, get them down, and then come back to brainstorming and thinking. So it's helpful to kind of mix up the way that we're thinking about problems that we're trying to solve. And in this case, that's making that life jacket for the can of soup. All right, moving on. So our next stage that we have after ideate is the prototype stage. All right, and for us, since our prototyping is gonna kind of go right into our testing, I'm gonna start building. So as I build right now, you're welcome to build too. I say that you take about 5 or 10 minutes to build. I also highly recommend that you make a sketch out of what you're gonna build. So I'm gonna make a quick sketch here of my can of soup. Boom, give it a smiley face. I'm still gonna try that foam on the bottom idea and see how that goes. Afterwards, I can reflect on that and see. And I think what I'm gonna do is use some of those rubber bands. So kind of have it be like something the can of soup would step into and have them float, almost like they had a floaty seat cushion. That is my goal. Floaty seat cushion, save the soup PFD. All right. So one thing about this challenge and why I love rubber bands in general for any engineering design challenge is they can do the super cool thing. You may not know about it. So here's 2 rubber bands. I put them through and then I pull. So right here, they're 2 together. And then I'll pull this other one through and it kind of makes a lock, like kind of like I think these things are called like a daisy chain. And so now it's together and now I can get more out of it. So I could put it up this way, I could put it around, I could put it through something. So what is some way now that I can secure this to here? So it could get on. All right. I'm still gonna stick with these rubber bands. All right, back to building. All right, so that rubber band is around there and I need to get this to stick to here-ish, right? Put this over here, what am I gonna do? And so one thing you hear me doing up here is you'll hear me talking to myself. I like to think out loud when I build. It's kind of be annoying for people in my household, but as I build, I like to talk. It helps me think about what I'm doing, and it helps me stay relaxed, especially when I'm working with something tiny with my hands. All right, this isn't much. All right, I think I can give this a go. I'm a little worried if this is going to be enough buoyancy. Remember, it's that upward force here, so it's going to help this float. It's going to be buoyant. This is going to give me a little bit of extra strength. So, all right. So if you've done with the prototyping, what you can do in prototyping, this is something I haven't done, just to test this out over here. Let's just make sure. Okay, that definitely just goes right down there. I can see how much room I have. Maybe I'll need to put a little bit more water in there. That's something good to prototype. And let's see how buoyant this is. Good way to see if something buoyant is put it all the way down and just see how quickly it comes back up. That was real quick. All right, let's see how this one does. A little slower. All right, so definitely foam, a little more buoyant than this, that little alligator clothesline clip. All right, and then if need be, one of these, maybe I can use one of these later if I need to make it extra buoyant. So we got a backup plan. All right, let's go. All right, so this is out. If you took yours out, you probably want to put it on something to make sure it's dry. Definitely get some towels or something, do it in the garage. Maybe if you have any concrete, someplace like that, bathtub would work. So, all right, here we go. So can someone give me a countdown in chat? All right, and time me. I like to always use my cell phone. It is right here. It helps me. Most people have a timer in their house. So that should work. Let's get to that clock. 20 seconds, 20 seconds. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, that was 20 minutes. That was not 20 seconds. There we go. That'd be generous. All right, go. Right. All right. Pause. 5 seconds left. See it? See it? 5 seconds left. All right. So that was done. All right. Cancel. All right. Now I'm going to reset this to 1 minute. I'm going to see how it goes. Now, what I recommend you do before you test, since you have to do something, and rather than just watch it, they're kind of nervous, wondering if it's going to hold up or if it was too long like I am, or maybe you need to go out some water, which I may have to do too. Take notes. Make observations about your design and how the test is going and how the prototype is going. So see where does water seep in maybe, or maybe you use something like tape, or maybe some twine right here, or maybe some a glove or something other, maybe a wire, or maybe another can of soup. I don't know, maybe try to save 3 cans of soup, but watch and try to record how it is going. Just try to be there and record, because all the information that you collect can help you with your design later. All right. All right. And 3, 2, 1, go. Whoops, let's go move it. Oh, is it off the ground? It is not. Okay. So I need to do some revisions. So let's get them out. Let's get out. Little can of soup, smiley face. These. So my can of soup was lopsided, it seemed. It went right down on the other side. So I'm definitely gonna need some other things. Okay, so I have to take this off. I'm gonna get building. So I hope to be able to show you my finished design. And let's get going. So I will try to remake this real quick, and then we'll do another test. And after that test, that'll be it for me. This activity is then yours. You can finish on at home, and be sure to share with us. Share with the RCLV Regional Class Research Vessel. We're here, we're building ships. We're building ships for the East Coast, for the Gulf, and for the Pacific Coast. So, let us know how you're doing, and let us know how your ocean engineering is going. All right, let's go and try again. So I was using these as these kind of supports. I don't want to have to make another, that could work, thing to put on, because remember, it all has to be one piece. So I'm going to try adding these right here and seeing how this goes. And again, if it doesn't work, at least I'm learning what materials do and do not work, and I'm going to try more later. All right. Click and click. All right, remember from previously watching, I know that when I put this in there, it's not going to be tall enough, so I have to tip it on its side. To avoid that, in the later, I may want to test using a bigger bucket. All right, so time me. What's going on? All right, this is our improvement. The smiley face doesn't look, and it's still there, they're still happy. All right, so it's on. That was within 20 seconds, and let's go. Okay, so right off the bat, let's just still do some finagling while it's in here. Maybe if, nope. All right, so well, I hope you have more luck than I do with saving the soup. It looks like my next steps would definitely be try to find a way that I could balance this out. I could just maybe move these to the top. Let's see how that goes. Again, through prototyping, through testing, through redesigning, ideating, and just thinking about, what are ways that I can change this design to make it better for the can of soup, so I can save it. That'll all help me down the line with my engineering design process. All right, well, take care. Thank you very much, and have a great rest of your day.